Oh, I remember this person. I might have made it too spicy.
So, this guy's meeting you off the Western Highway just before Polito Bay. You got any friends who, totally overreact when you say something? Well, my friend Avi's kind of like that. A few years ago, I told him there was a warrant out on him, and he goes full hermit, like stealing food from trash cans, talking to the trees, jerking it with squirrels type hermit. I mean, I know guys who go into hiding and don't even change their golf club. The cops are not that smart or motivated. Where were we? Oh, yeah. Schwartzman. He's reluctantly agreed to help us tune into the Pacific Standard Frequency. So give him the transponder, let him do his thing, then give it to Paige. I've packed silenced pistols and sniper rifles in your day packs, just in case.
I don't even know what he's doing. He's thinking the wrong mission. Yeah, he's thinking of doing the wrong mission.
Never should have stuck my head out. It was cool. Don't answer the phone to Lester Crest. All right, all right. Let's go. Let's get out of here. I see.
You know how I said there was a small window? Well, that valve is closing. If you don't get Ovid Page soon, the transponder's gonna lock and all this will be for nothing.
Lester Crest, you asshole! I know his secrets. I know where the bodies are buried.
You gotta drop the heat before you meet Page.
Shoot me in the head before they take me. You gotta destroy the brain, or they'll bring it back to life in a jar. Oh, are you a cop?
I'm not a cop, I'm helping Lester. Have you done it?
What?
Has he done it?
Well, I don't have the Pacific Standard Frequency here. I don't have my tools.
Ain't that convenient. I've got some tools. Come on. Lester will meet you back at your place. And don't worry, the transponder will be ready for the job.
I trust you slept well, Mum.
Yes, Mom. Yes, Mom. I don't know what I could do. Yes, Mom.
I was a him, right? The day after. Yeah. Yeah. The show failed on Monday, Tuesday. I was him. All the years that we had been friends, well, I thought that we had been friends all the time. I was always the this, she, her. The moment that there was pressure, I was him. And I was him because I've always been him to her. That's the first thing Fish does when it happens.
The city
It's
awaits you, Mum.
why, because right now there's this whole thing going on along in social media where you see women saying, "Oh, punk." It's how you say it. Oh, I'm not saying punk. I'm saying punk. See that? See, I don't do those slippery slopes. And see, I've said many times here with the female friends that I have, I don't play the whole "oh, bitch" this. I don't use the word bitch when I'm talking.
Ask away, Mum.
is Cincy Bag and Punk. I don't give a fuck how you pronounce the word punk. And I know that a lot of queer people, trans women, gay men, have that relationship with their female friends where they say bitch and da da da. I just have never had that relationship. I just don't do it because I know it's a slippery slope. And so I just don't go there. And so my thing is when these people, when these women are ready to be able to say punk and they want license to say punk, just like some white people want license to use the word nigga, oh no, you can't do that with me. And that's why I tried to tell that lady in New York.
Hello. What's going on? I'm blind. Like, what's going on?
Okay, so we're going in through the side door. I hope you brought your A game because you're not getting a warm up. Drive over there and I'll be in touch. Okay, softly, softly approach. We're the only crew I know who can speak so little and still make so much noise. But here's hoping. The key to this whole job is to forget we're attempting a career-defining heist and stay calm. Are you calm? Good, because I'm calm. What's not to be calm about? If you screw up and they see you, we're just gonna do this the old-fashioned way, one dead guy at a time. Okay, do you want the good news or the bad news? Well, the good news is that they just had a record-breaking weekend, so the vault is full to bursting. And the bad news is that they've hired extra security to guard it. High risk, high gain. Just how we like it. Your keycard is good for anything up to a level 2 security door, which is most of them. You'll still need to do some hacking, but not much. They're after you. They know you're there. I would strongly advise you put on your goddamn masks. If they get a good image of your faces, they won't think twice about coming after you. Good. This is the staff lobby. Elevator or stairs, your call.
Gotta start getting me some gigs with some bigger names. C-listers? You're telling me Jack Howard's a good music after all the shit he's been through? I spent 2 seasons in the Octagon. I can do this. Just make it happen, or else I'll sign myself a new agent. Later. Hey, you my dude, right?
Okay. It does set a boundary. And so for all of the games who felt the way when that whole situation came and said, oh, he just overreacted. No, I'm not giving you a pass. The next turn is going to be okay. Jordan. So that's where I was at with it. And I was like, okay, well, I'm not stopped. Yeah. I'm not stopped. Yeah. I'm not stopped. None of that stuff was. Oh my God. Great. Yes, sir. Yeah, yeah. I'm not shocked. You know what I'm saying? I'm not missing nothing. I'm not missing. So again, my approach was okay. So we're here. with the we're here with the Christian mentality. So let me if I want to have a conversation with you, let me have a conversation on the ground of what you believe. And the belief is these people are Christians and this is not true. So then they were saying, oh, Ashley was scared about this. I'm like, girl. So they tried to trap me in a thing and tried to say, well, Pastor, how do you feel about kids transitioning? And I said, all right, here we go. Here the fuck we are. From the real place. The real place is this. I was I started transitioning at 17. 17, 18, right? Someone asked me, like, where do you stand on how Nikki feels about trans kids? I said, well, I'm conflicted myself because as a trans person who transitioned older, I don't know what it's like to transition young. I know what I felt like on the inside. Do I wish today at almost 50? Do I wish today that my mother would have elected me to transition at a younger age? Yes. Do I appreciate that I did not? Yes. So there's the conflict. Do I wish my mother would have allowed me to transition at an early age? Yes. Am I glad that she did not? Yes. Right. Because I was able to walk a line of understanding exactly who I am, and that is my individual experience. That is not my experience to speak about that my experience does not speak about a whole and where trans kids are or whatever. I went on Jazz Jennings show. There's documents of me out there going on Jazz Jennings show having this same conversation because they were talking to me about Jazz Jennings' transition when she was 8 years old. My mama wasn't going for that, bitch. We was from a black motherfucking household that all we knew was damn you. We know nothing about no fucking trans. You was a faggot or a dyke. It was two things that you was. Right. So I went on the show and I just had they tried to make me a villain on that show because I asked questions. My question
Ah,
to
good,
her
good, good.
mother was,
Yes,
hey,
you're doing good. Just
I'm black.
three more
Yeah.
little
And I don't
tasks
know
to
what that means
perform,
to you because
and we should be good to go.
black people a little bit more lenient with
First,
shit. Not to
we're
say
going to
that white
need
people
some
ain't
hacking
whatever, but
equipment,
white people a
the
little
kind
bit
that
more
nobody
lenient
makes,
with kids.
and the sets that
And
are
so
in
I'm
existence are all
black. My
traced.
mama was
So
gonna be
we'll need
black
to
and say
rob
it.
it from someone who won't mention that it's gone missing. Bank
Bitch, I'm
robbers.
black and say it.
These guys. Now they've
And Chris,
set up a warehouse.
right? And Chris, and so the Christian value was very much so. No, bitch. That's right. You already got to deal with you being a faggot. You won't hit it. And so I appreciate the fact of the matter because I thought at that time, yeah, that was something that I was like, well, maybe how is the mental going to be after that? Like how I thought this because this is how I was inherently raised up, you know. And so with me being inherently raised this way, these were my thoughts, right? And so I also had the thing, like the conversation with myself, bitch, I have to go get electrolysis now. I have to go get electrolysis. But as you transitioned earlier, you wouldn't have to do that because you would have been able to stop those hormones from it. Yes, all of that. However, I appreciate the fact of the matter that I was able to walk in that butch queen shoe to know that I was always a woman, but I lived butch queens, but I blossomed out into what I am today. So, in addition to all of that, you said,
And
they're
they're not really known for their love of
consider
sports bikes, I know, but
realize,
Lost
let's
Motorcycle
just say
Club
you're
has the ones you're
transitioning,
after at their East
and
LS
then by
clubhouse.
the time you turn 17, 18, you realize, maybe I'm not trans. Well, that's exactly okay. Here we go. You know what I'm saying? That's everybody's individual. Exactly, and that's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. There are pros and
Now, you
cons
almost there?
to
If you're
transitioning
after
from
the sports bikes,
8
not the
to
choppers. Choppers will be fast
18.
enough to get you away from the cops.
Because like I
If they
told the
were,
story on
they
here
wouldn't be
before,
able to turn a
Joanne the
corner.
scammer,
These
he
bikes
thought that
use a
he was going to
kinetic
be,
energy
he thought he
recovery
was
system.
trans.
They store the
But that
energy
was
you
only
use
because of
braking
his
to
income.
accelerate
Because
later
at one
on.
point
So
he
burn the
used it
cops and
his
save the
other things to
environment
clear
while you're at it.
my trans.
Okay,
But
as
he was
always,
queer though.
let
He
them
was
know you're
queer.
breaking in.
He was
Plus, you
black.
want them to know you're breaking in.
He was under the, he was about to a transition. But he thought that because he was impressionable from what he said on that podcast that I watched. But then once he realized, he realized, and we know trans girls who transition to be. That is true, but that is lower than that lower than the first transition. But there is hope in each and every. There's hope in everything. And so they can extract the other stuff like then we gotta talk about that there's
By each, we need all four for the job.
okay, cool.
You got them, stash them in
They
the alley
can
for the
understand
job.
what that she didn't say anything about it enough, but let's evaluate it, right? From the perspective of who you're sitting with.
Sounds like the Lost are mobilizing their troops.
You're sitting with
Is no
people
good to us,
who
people. Stay out in front of
entire
them.
existence is going at we trans people were made public enemy number one the day that man stood up to the microphone. The day he stood in front of the microphone, they singled out a group of people. This is the same playbook that Hitler did. This is the same playbook that Hitler did. They singled out a group of people that they can make the enemy. They singled out people that they can ship the motherfucker that they can put the ship the blame on. They get the trans and the immigrants. They were able to form a militia. And now a good majority of the white people and black people and Hispanic people who voted for him are regretting it. They were able to form a militia. There are people that are American citizens that are being deported. And my thing is, when we're having these conversations about this, and we're watching it from the place, don't ask me how I feel about it. I'm in horror. I'm horrified. I'm horrified watching it. I'm horrified watching it. And then they trump Christianity to the max. No, I didn't jump on the Indian and be like, oh, wait a minute, let me try to analyze it. And then all the people trying to attack me, I'm like, well, she got a plan. Well, what is the plan? What's the plan? It's a yeah. So,
Run!
if it's a personal kid,
So by each, we need all four for the job. You've got them, stash them in the alley for the job.
because if you're personally think that I'm personally
Sounds like the Lost are mobilizing their troops. A wrecked bike is no good to us, people. Stay out in front of them. I think you're in the clear. Drop the base in the alley, and we're nearly to go.
This is how you gauge where they are, how where they stand. The United States Constitution, they're doing everything against the Constitution. And they line up American citizens who are gay, who are black women, who are trans, or whatever. They line all of them, take them to concentration camps. They are going to do this based off of politics and Christian blah blah the fuck blah. So yes, you have to ask people where they stand politically, because at the end, beginning, middle, and end of the day, that's where they stand. Okay, clear. Okay. The great prophet Lauren Hill said, "Fantasy is what people want. Reality is what people need." And what was most shocking about this whole Nikki, MAGA, Trump thing, whatever, the thing that was most shocking to me was how shocked her fans were. The Barbs were. It wasn't shocking to me. That like, because there were she had like little whispers of Mitt Romney, and I don't know how many people were following paying attention to politics then. Devil's advocate. Go ahead. Devil's advocate. Go ahead. Pregnant woman is mega uber rich. I understand. And she's mega rich. It's not an excuse for her. But at the time, it's before Trump or whatever. Usually those people that are mega uber rich are Republican because of their financial. Correct. But here's the thing. Oprah is a billionaire. Beyonce is a billionaire. Jay-Z is a billionaire. Tyler Perry is a billionaire. I know that they didn't vote because Oprah and Jay-Z and Tyler all campaigned for Kamala. So there is, and Nikki ain't got that kind of money. Nikki got money, but she ain't got billionaire money. So there is no excuse. So she doesn't get a pass from me. I didn't. No, I know. I'm not saying that I didn't give it a pass. I know that you're not. What I said was that let me be clear. I know what you're saying, but I want to be clear. Go ahead. I didn't give a pass. What I said was using those people in those tax brackets. Correct. And that are poorly educated. Correct. And some that are immigrants. Correct. So here's the thing. What's interesting to me is she's always demonstrated this type of personality. To me, this isn't new behavior to me, her fans, the Barbs, have always excused her behavior. This stuff is business. And what I'm saying is, you all have created this monster. And now that this monster has turned on you, it's like, oh my God, I'm shocked, I'm appalled, I can't believe this. That's not what they're saying. Well, some of them are still on board with her, but a lot of them are not. Because there are about 75,000 signatures on that petition now to get her up out of here. But there's more than 73 or 75,000 bodies. Oh, I know, but what I'm saying is there are about 75,000 signatures now where people are petitioning. What I'm saying is those who count themselves as Nicki Minaj fans, you all made excuses for her over the years. And so what I'm saying is she's always been self-focused from what I've seen. Self-interested, self-involved, and selfish. She's never really wanted to make room for other female hip-hop artists. Now, we talked about, of course, we know she and Little Kim had their little kerfuffle in the beginning, and Little Kim warned us and told us about all of this, but nobody wanted to believe what Little Kim was saying because ostensibly, I don't know that word, but at first glance, ostensibly. Okay. At first glance, people wanted to say that, oh, Little Kim, she's just jealous because Nicki Minaj is coming to take her crown. But she went into great detail. Then we see, and this is in no particular order, then we see her fall out with Remy Ma. We see her fall out with Cardi B. We see her fall out with SZA, for God's sake. And so my thing is, she's never wanted to make space, make room for any other female hip-hop artist. She's never wanted to do that. It's always been about her. And for those who are Nicki Minaj fans, if you were really honest, yourself. And if she was really honest with herself, she completely lifted little Kim's image. You can't tell me that you can't look at the beginning of Nicki Minaj's career and not look at her photo shoots, her even down to her color palette. The only thing that was different was Nicki was coming out with that big hair, that Marge Simpson type hair, but it was the same imagery. Some of the photo shoots, the same photos, the same poses. And then for her to come and say that Beyonce and Jay-Z were imitating and taking uh, 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 images that she and her husband had created, like poses. Are you serious right now? Like, that's insane to me. But here's what I will say. For the bars who are drunk in love with her, and again, we've said this offline, the majority of her fan base is the queer community. Gay boys and trans girls, trans women. And the bottom line is this. You all are a cult, just like MAGA is a cult. And so the way that some of you sit and look at MAGA and say, oh, them white people crazy, and Trump that took all your rights, and Trump that, you're doing the same thing. Those of you who look at the black church as a cult, which it can be, it is. You are a cult too. You're just a part of a different cult. And so you can't look over the fence and talk about these other people's cult when you're in the cult. Because the fact that if you are a queer person, just from the gate, she has aligned herself to be an enemy of yours. If you are a queer person and you are living with HIV, she is your arch enemy, because this administration is trying to make it impossible for you to get your drug medication. If you are HIV negative and you are on PrEP, she is making it impossible for you to get your medication, making it out of reach. And not just HIV drugs, but your grandmother, your parents may be diabetic. They have suffered from hypertension. All of those things are now out of reach. How many times have you opened up social media and you've seen people talking about rent is too expensive? You can't afford groceries. So you're that loyal to her and her music that you are going to put yourself at risk. You're doing no different than what the Trump MAGA people are doing. The farmers are doing. These farmers are complaining about their crops and they can't do this, that. But you voted for this. You voted for this. And here's the other thing that I would say about this. Because I've been thinking about, bitch, I would think about this in Africa, bitch. Here's the other thing. Nicki is an immigrant. Nicki is an immigrant. And what she has done is no different from what some other immigrants have done. She has done no different from what some of those Asians have done who move into the black community. And you go in there to get your nails done, but they hate you. They don't want anything to do with you. They're only conducting business with you because you are lying in their pockets. That's what Nicki Minaj did. She came here and she prostituted you. She sold her music to you, and then she didn't give a fuck about your day to day. It's no.
Okay, we're gonna get this equipment. First up, you gotta collect the van from outside my garment factory. You've got the van. I'll come back to you with details on what to do next. You see, I've split a larger task up into a series of smaller, easily achievable goals. Got that from a management book. Does it make you like me more? Do you feel like you're working more effectively? Okay, at least you're not thinking about having to kill people. Damn it, I bet that's all you're thinking about now. Okay, now take out the competition. The crew in the alley's gotta go before you swap across the equipment. They can't know which van the box is in.
It's no different from black women who go into some of these African brain stuff, and those African brains, some of them, hate black women. It's the same game that a lot of some play with.
Alright, they clear?
They
Now for the
use
bait and
us
switch.
to make
Move the
money from
equipment into
them.
our van.
Coco's make money for them, but they don't really have anything for us. And so this is no different to me than what she did. And so people who were shocked by this, I'm shocked that you all. I'm shocked that you all didn't see this. This is the biggest grip. And the bottom line is Charlie Kirk. There's video. You don't believe me? Go search it. There's video of Charlie Kirk saying that Nicki Minaj's music is not a good example for young black girls. If you want to sit up on stage with his widow,
Soon it's going to be Erica Van.
oh, for sure.
This
And trust and believe they already love it.
it's already set up. It's Erica Van. Because where's his wife?
Look, she's Indian.
And not a Christian.
And right, both usually. But here's the other thing. Because I see a few of the comments in here. Just a few. I see a few comments saying, oh, trying it, doing too much now, da 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 da. Let me explain something to you. Not every slave wanted to be free. Not every slave wanted to be free. When they released the slaves, they told them that they could leave the plantation and they could go on and live their own life. Some of them returned because they didn't know how to be free. They didn't know how to live a life without the master telling them what to do. Some of you will walk up and live with her. Some of you will walk off of the cliff with her. And that's okay. Because I know some of you are not going to get it. It's okay. Some of you are not going to get it. Some of you are not going to get it or make the correlation that she is aligning herself with an administration who saw to it that over 300,000 black women lost their jobs. How is it that a black woman can sit on that stage knowing that over 300,000 black women lost their livelihood? And how many times have we sat here on this show and said that oftentimes, not all of the time, but oftentimes, black women are the head of the household financially? Because a lot of times black women outpace black men. There are a lot of black women who are in relationships with men who make more money than the men. And you have single-handedly aligned yourself. You've gone over there and aligned yourself with them. Because what this administration understands, that maybe some of you don't understand, or you down or Nicki fans, what this administration understands is that they couple the black woman, they couple the black family. If that black woman can't pay her bills, she doesn't have a source of income, they understand that they debilitate the black family. And that they have set the black family back generationally. When that whole housing crisis happened a few years ago, that put black people back 10 years. Because there were a lot of black people who lost their homes. So again, when sometimes you don't understand the game of politics, and some of you want to say, oh, she's playing chess. No, the Republicans are playing chess. You all don't understand chess. If you don't see the correlation, then it's above you. It's over your head.
They are trying to make America white.
Absolutely. And until they took it down, family members who drugs, HIV drugs, or high blood pressure medication, or whatever it is. Maybe you don't have that. Maybe you're able to pay your rent. Maybe you're able to pay your mortgage. But once it hits your doorstep, because we say all the time, you don't get concerned until it's in your backyard. But trust, whatever's happening in somebody else's backyard, it's coming to yours. It can come to yours. So again, this is a dangerous game, and I just think that it's self-interested, it's self-involved. I don't give a fuck what the tax credit is. I don't give a fuck what the benefit is. And some people have said that she's in jeopardy of losing this $20 million house out in Hidden Hills in California. I don't know what the thing is. I don't know what it is. But the way that you all tore up Beyonce for sitting at a charity dinner, and I don't know what the background for that was. I don't know. I wasn't there. But some of you ate Beyonce and Jay-Z up for sitting at that dinner table with that charity, but with Jared Kushner and Ivanka Trump. But you are making excuses for Nicki Minaj. Help me understand that. I don't understand. Well, she's not the only one. She's not. We got the whining. Cece. I'm not shocked that they're Christian. Again, we're back into, and see that's why Christianity kept us in slavery for as long as it did. But let's pivot back a moment. You mentioned immigrant. Mm-hmm. She's also black. Absolutely. There are lots of people. There are a lot of black immigrants who don't understand the plight of black. They don't.
Okay, she's got
They
the
don't.
stuff.
They
Mission
don't.
complete.
They didn't live under civil rights. They didn't live under Jim Crow. They immigrated here. And a lot, not all, but there are some, I know that there's black immigrants in Haiti or one of the countries in Africa. I know that there are black who respect us, who adore us. When I was in Africa recently, I said, in no uncertain terms, to many people that I talked to, there is a narrative in the United States that black Africans do not like us. There's this idea that you all think that we're educated, that we're lazy, that we're whatever. And several of them said, oh, absolutely not. We adore you. We are proud of you. We are proud of what you have accomplished. But of course, there are going to be some who feel uncomfortable, right? Just like there are Hispanic people who being trying to align with white people, who try to be in close proximity with white people. There are Africans darker than me, you, and Mo. Wait a minute, darker than Mo? Shit. Who try to align with white people. Yeah, he did. Who looked at the black working at us. You understand what I'm saying? But that wasn't the tone, the feeling that I got when I was there. But sadly, a lot of them don't respect the work that black Americans did, the road that black Americans paved for any immigrant that came here. I don't give a fuck if you came here from Switzerland. Black Americans created the pathway for you. I don't give a fuck where you immigrated from. Black Americans did the work. The benefits and the privileges that you enjoy, you owe us. You owe black Americans. So I don't give a fuck what you think about black people. I don't care if you think or believe that black people are lazy or just sitting on welfare, bitch. If that is the case, bitch is not, but bitch is well. It's called reparations. You got to get right. Get high. Reparations, man. You've done the work. Thank you, boy. Reparations. Right. My mama is old enough to yeah, that's right. And you over here telling her, saying, oh, we don't cut this because, how the fuck dare you? And then, like, she needs medication. So now it's no longer going to be affordable. You already know those who are paying attention. This month is when the health care goes up. I know. I have to get this provider. It starts over this month. Okay? And like those rates have changed because these products went 28 to 5 $48. Correct. So you are protecting the non. Today is when it goes up. Right. So if you can't afford medication and anything else, look over there. I'm done with that. Yeah. Well, let's talk about the wine. Oh, yeah, CC. Yeah, continue to maybe when I say Lexi lays them out, you did? You didn't go on Lexi, say Lexi lays them out. Really? Girl, because it's like the way what she wrote was amazing. Because they always leaving out about they are Christian. Those people lied to them Campbell. Yeah. That Mary girl. The whining. Yeah, Christian. You really think that this man is doing something? But it's all rooted in. Which one is it? It's all rooted in that they're anti-gay. Yes. If that's your sole root, if that is your sole root for dating, because you hear it's something that rings in your ear and you're deaf to everything else. There's a problem. So CC Wine is problematic to me as Nikki. She's a black woman also. And you're not paying attention? You're not paying attention? You don't recognize that black women have lost, over 300,000 black women have lost their jobs?
They
Black
said
women?
500,000.
Also, maybe it's swelled to 500,000. But black women represent the church congregation, which also means if black women don't have an income to put into those offering places, if black women don't have money to come to your concert, CC Wine, Kim Burrell, and all these other people, Mary, Tina Campbell, if they don't have money to Tasha Cobb, yes, let's not forget her, Tasha Cobb.
It's against God.
But my thing is, I'm so sick of
Being gay is against God, Greg.
saying that religion, and I'm not involved, because I'm a person who gets down on my knees every night to pray.
And so, yeah, but Craig, it's this against God to do that.
Oh, said it from your face?
But it's against God. It's against God to be a homosexual. I need you to understand how deeply against God that it is to be a homosexual. I will take Medicare.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Take Medicare. And remove black people from the plate.
People were nervous in November that they were going to get food stamps.
Tear DEI down. Take the fruits of it. As long as you get rid of it, as long as you do what's on the fruits and tear the days up, because that is against God. Because that's really why they're standing on it. Like, I'm talking about the wine.
Yeah.
Because if you really go over there and they're funny.
Correct.
And they're funny because they are rich.
Yeah.
And they're financed.
Yeah.
But because there's nothing God in what those people are talking about.
But I think that what happens is they convince themselves that these church people, they convince themselves that what would God want us to do? Turn the E, turn the I, turn the cheek, or whatever the quote is, the verse is. But see, again, this is why black folks stayed in slavery for as long as they did. There are a lot of other elements too. We didn't know the land here. We didn't know our way around. We didn't know how to run. We didn't know where to run or hide. We didn't know the land. The land was unfamiliar to us. We did not know the language. And then, of course, you got, and this is one of the things that I learned just being in Africa, there are 11 different languages around that continent. 11 different languages. So you got slaves from this country, slaves from that country. They don't understand each other. So there are a lot of variables why slavery lasted for as long as it did. But I'm here to tell you, it's been religion too. Some of them African slaves absolutely were so traumatized that God, how God would see it. So you mean to tell me you're going to let a motherfucker pound on you?
It's not right to let a motherfucker
Pound on you.
Let me tell you something real. What I was watching The Color Purple the other day.
That's my movie.
On Christmas. I was watching The Color Purple. Well, Christmas Eve. Well, the Eve before Christmas Eve. I was cooking. I remember I told you I was
23rd, right.
We watched The Color Purple. And there was something so profound in what Miss Sophia told Miss motherfucking Celia. She said, you want to bash Mr. Head in and think about heaven later.
Yeah.
What I deciphered from bashing Mr. Head and think about heaven later was that woman told her, she said, trouble won't last always. We'll be in heaven soon. And she said, you want to bash Mr. Head open and think about heaven later. That meant, bitch, you were going to sit up here. Bitch, come and promote that abuse.
Yes. So you're going to suffer?
Release that abuse because you thinking that you're supposed to be abused and because you won't get your reward in fucking heaven.
Right. I'm telling you, like, in just being in Africa and going by Desmond Tutu's house, the one who said, when white folks showed up, and I'm paraphrasing, when white folks showed up in Africa, we had all the land, but they were holding the Bible. We bowed our heads to pray then, and when we opened our eyes, we would start holding the Bible and then all the land. White people represent 3% of the population. Tell us what you learned over there in Africa. White people represent 3%. You know how here in the United States we represent 13%? White people represent 3%. They are the minority. But bitch, they own most of the land. 60%, some percent of the land. And there was a point at which, because apartheid just ended in 1994, you can still feel the effects of it. Just like you can still feel the effects of Jim Crow and racism and shit here. But I think
because I didn't grow up in that society, just like we were just saying, like immigrants who come here, they don't necessarily always relate to black people, black Americans, because they didn't come up under Jim Crow.
Mm-hmm.
For me, going over there, I didn't come up under apartheid, but I felt the distance between black and white people. You could see it. Like here, when you go to restaurants in the United States, like you'll see black and white people at the same table, whether they co-workers or friends or whatever. You don't really, I didn't really see that. I saw black people in a service capacity. They were working at the hotel. They were the servers in the restaurant. The white people were customers. The only time I really saw white people talking to or engaging with black people were when it was in a service capacity. They needed that speaker certificate, that kind of thing. But there were African kids who just wanted to go to school. And these people forced them to carry a passport, a passport. It's just like if you were walking around with your passport. And let's just say you live in Lithonia now. Your passport relegated you to Lithonia, man. You don't get caught in coming. Don't get caught in Atlanta. Then you can go to jail immediately. First beat up and then sent to jail because you're out of your jurisdiction. You had to have permission to go into other cities, like if you were going to work. So if you worked in like Atlanta, you could go to Atlanta. You have special paperwork for that. But aside from that, there were children who just wanted to go to school. But there was a point at which these South Africans said, we're done with this passport shit. And like thousands and thousands of Africans showed up down at the courthouse and they were protesting. And it was illegal to be seen or caught without your passport. You would immediately be arrested. But there were so many black Africans that showed up. They could not arrest these people because it was too many. They didn't have enough capacity. They started shooting these black people, just shooting them down. Same thing happened with African children who were trying to go to school. Say what white folks did. They made these black, okay, you want to come to school with us? You got to learn Afrikaans. These black children didn't know Afrikaans. Afrikaans is the language that derived from the Dutch. And so they made them learn their language in order to go to school. But then before that happened, ahead of that happening, they shot these children down. If you ever saw the movie Serafina, that was a true story.
Is it kind of like what I said sometimes in April?
Yeah.
Or Hotel Rwanda?
Yeah. And so we went to the spot where those children were shot down. There was a line in the ground. They told them not to cross that line. When those children crossed that line, and they just wanted to go to school.
You're getting on my
those
nerves.
People shot them down.
So, Craig, there was another thing that you told me that you
Okay, I gotta go.
You said that about the West Africans, and you remember me telling you that?
Yes.
I was not going to let you forget that.
Yes.
But I got to think over
Okay. Well, the commercial. We'll be back in a second.
Okay. Call it out, Pin Mob. Call it out, Pin Mob. The girls are on tour. Child, we doing a big run up there to Nashville, Tennessee on January 27th. That's right, home. Get your tickets at www.madtalker.com, honey, for Nashville, Tennessee on January the 27th, 2022. Girl, we told y'all we could do this with Tennessee. You better grab your tickets, girl. So come on and get your tickets at www.madtalk.com. If you don't believe me, ask the man. Tell him, Fred.
How's things, friend? Oh, yeah, I totally heard about that. Hey, what's up, man? Hey, man, where's the job that I got? Hey, man!
I just want to let you all know. Bitch, I said it. And that's exactly what I said.
This is not how.
And she heard her. Ladies and gentlemen, get ready for some facts, all right?
St. Louis, Missouri. St. Louis, Missouri. Honey, Josh Dennis, the fans are on their way back to St. Louis on January the 29th, 2026. Honey, right now, there's www.fanstalk.com to get your tickets, honey. Because we and the fans themselves, Fred, the writer who is most my God, will be invading the city of St. Louis. Tell them, Fred.
Well, what you know it, the fans are back in the loop. That's right, St. Louis. We are coming with Fan Talk. Now
now is the time to go over to www.fasttalk.com and secure your tickets because it will be another sold-out show. And don't tell us that you didn't know we were coming because we're telling you now. www.fasttalk.com. You wanted us to check for PD. Before you ain't on tonight, oh. Get your ass down into that way up there, use a dummy, baby.
Calling all pin mob, calling all pin mob. Honey, the fans are going international. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. August 5th through the 9th, 2026, Fag Talk Live in Antigua will be going down, baby. Get your tickets at www.fagtalkinternational.com. I need y'all to know, honey, that this is one of those trips that you don't want to miss. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We are going on an all-inclusive resort and spa situation, bitch, at the Royalton, honey, down there in Antigua.
I'm not too sure where Antigua is, but the Pin Mob, we're going to Antigua. Make sure you have your passport, make sure it's up to date, and be sure to get the travel insurance just in case something happens, because life happens. The spots are moving quickly. Do not wait until the last minute. You have an entire year to pay this trip off, so do yourself a favor. Treat yourself to a good time and meet us in Antigua for Fad Talk Live.
And for my rich bitches, and all the rich bitch options to include a full day with us as we tour the island, and who knows what else we gonna get into. God damn it, don't meet me down there to the ticket place. Meet me at the ticket place. That's right, girls. Honey, meet us down there to www.fadtalkinternational.com, honey. Low deposit and payment plans are available.
This idea of being old once you get to 30.
Well, the expiration date for gay men.
You've asked for it, and we're back.
If you're not young and you don't have this tight skin, nobody will be bothering you.
Telling our stories, black, gay, and Asian. 9 times out of 10, gay men are in better shape than straight men. And we look younger. We're back with more tell-all. Some of people date those who are closeted. That closeted DL man is never going to want a real relationship. So that's a defense mechanism, too. More stories.
We broke up. We lived in the house for 2 years after we broke up. And we went 2 years without sex. He didn't question me, I didn't question him. But we knew we were single people.
And more outrageous moments.
Your child was in his pocket? No.
So y'all not together then?
No, we're together.
Now for those 2 years. Elsie, give me a drink, please. Make it a double entendre. Well, hold on, we're laughing at you. Hold on. Telling our stories, black, gay, and Asian, coming soon.
Dating guys is complex. When I did date women, there was an understanding that
It's back, bigger and better.
it's been a while. It's been a long time. Yeah.
Telling our stories, black, gay, and Asian.
I feel like with us, sometimes we use dating as a way to not commit.
You've asked for it, and we're back. We jump into these relationships or situationships without still figuring out what we need to figure out for ourselves first, and we end up damaging people along the way.
I'm not ready to go, but then it's like nowadays, all these people just dropping dead. You just never know. This might happen.
Our stories, from our perspective. Losing my mom, it was like heartbreaking.
Mo, did you get that what I sent you, baby?
Yeah, I'm doing it right now.
Telling Our Stories is streaming now on my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is Craig the Writer.
Thank you, Kevin Mitchell. Kevin Mitchell sent me a dub. Listen.
No.
Thank you, Kevin Mitchell, very much.
Yes, thank you, Kevin Mitchell and Harut.
Oh, Harut, I like that name. I mean, Craig, you know, how long are we going to sit here and the writing was on the wall a long time ago.
Yeah.
As I haven't seen anything, this election has really let me see. And then you know you see fragments of it in people, and you don't want to really believe it. But then you have some situation like this that comes along, and you're a person that's like for the people. Like, of course, Craig, we were supposed to vote. That would have taken care of our pocketbook. Of course, right. But here's where we are not like white gays. White gays can lay their whiteness down. I mean, they gayness down and always walk white.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And oftentimes they will do that.
And I've heard a lot of other gays say that I'm black first and then gay. No, sweetie. No, Rashonda. No, Keisha. Right. You are black and queer, black and gay, black and trans simultaneously.
Correct.
This is what you are at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
This is what you are at the same time. You're not that, then that. And this is why we have such discourse with lesbians at times.
Yeah.
Because they are dyke later and woman first.
Yeah.
They're dyke later and then woman first.
Yeah.
This is why we have a lot of discord with those goddamn gay men that I be going through it with. They're gay next.
Mm-hmm.
How can I assist you, Mom?
Oh, it's time. Oh shit, it's time.
Not surely, Mum. Hey. What can I get you? Stay trapped. Aloha, dude. No plans this weekend, unless you call smoking some fine weed and listening to some fine tunes.
Hey, so I know you've been there already, but Pooh just called and said I can come through and get a tour of Dre's studio as a thank you for what we did for him. Lamar crazy ass her, so you know that fool gonna be here too. But it's gonna be cool. We'll do it whenever it's good for you. Man, I'm excited for this. Look, bring a friend if you like.
And but
This one gonna
you
be
know,
different.
I'm still a bit like,
I ain't with that.
and like one gonna tell me, I was like, sir, let me explain something to you. You're getting fucked in your butt and you have nuts. They're nuts. How do you get your nuts? There are nuts being counted together before nuts. I don't give a fuck what you stand up and bruh. Yeah. I don't give a fuck how you can walk in there and they motherfucking bruh you. I don't care how much bruh y'all eat. You have nuts in your butt. There are nuts going in your butt. Ma'am, you're stuck in a styrofoam dick. Ma'am, you're stuck in a styrofoam dick.
That's a lesson.
You type bitch, you're stuck in a styrofoam fucking dick, bitch. You homosexual man. I don't give a fuck what you're talking about my dick. I don't give. There's nuts going in your butt. There is a scrotum exploding in your rectum.
Right there, that perineum.
You cannot stand up after you are washing your anus from cum, let it come and tell me I'm delusional. Can't do that to me. You have a man's semen floating in your anus. I'm sorry.
And stop all the bleats about how spiritual you are.
And if you're not a bottom, you're putting your penis inside of a man's anus. You're putting your nut inside of another man. You're not putting it in a vagina. Do you understand? You're the first ill. You're the first yuck. You're the first nasty, bitch. Before you start fixing your mouth to have these trans conversations, girl.
I always say they don't get fucking from the top of the
Because they already immediately, you're already getting butt fucked.
Just what?
You're getting butt fucked. Just in case you were motherfucking wondering, you're
Yeah.
getting butt fucked. They only got to see you get butt fucked, but you're getting butt fucked. You're the first yuck.
But
So if you fix your motherfucking goddamn cock-eating ball sack lip,
fixing your
your cock-eating ball sack fucking lip, to motherfucking say I'm delusional, because Because I had a motherfucker tell me because at the end of the day I'm still a man. Yeah, but you have nuts in your butt.
Mm-hmm. And depending on who you ask, Dr. Heavenly, you're a bitch ass man.
You're a bitch ass nigga. Because she said that.
She did.
There's a blackjack.
She still ain't getting this podcast. When is her campaign over?
I don't know.
Lucky 13.
Is she still in the running to be America's Next Top Model?
Maybe. I really need people to understand that. Like when you're sitting there talking bitch, it ain't about how you fry the chicken. You're still frying chicken, girl. It don't matter if you batter it. It don't matter if you don't think because you put the chicken in the air fryer that it's not fried chicken. You're still fried chicken.
Right.
I want you to know that. So when you girls be down there and you be anti-trans, or you be somewhere over there trying to windmill against me for standing up for the girls, and I am including you man for man girls, standing up for the girls, and you're windmilling against me.
Right. We don't care how many pairs of Air Force One
I don't care
Timberlands you have.
Honey, it's on a sweet foot. What is it on, honey? That shoe is on a sweet foot, honey.
A little twinkle toe.
That's bitch. You're a fairy. We see your slip showing. Honey, we see your wings, girl. You're a fairy, mama. I cannot. We see your wings, girl. You're hiding it up under those buckles, girl. We see your wings.
Sitting at 15. Dealer wins.
You're hiding it up under that baritone voice.
Hiding it up under that white beater.
We up under that tank top. We see your wings, girl. You're a fairy.
Looking like a Victoria's Secret model.
You're a fairy, girl.
Oh, God.
And you don't have the motherfucking right to sit up there and be trying to come down on me, bitch, like that you're not a queen. I'm queen. I'm queen. I'm queen. And ma'am, you are a dyke. Ma'am, you are a dyke.
Oh, God.
You are a bull dagger. You are a mustache. You are a rough wretched. You're eating another woman's motherfucking minstrel. Bitch, you're crazy. You sit up here and
you're road rampant.
Acting as if.
Oh, God. I have to come out this shirt and come hot. Did you say a road rampant?
Road rampant. Are you fucking crazy?
Out the bets. Let's begin.
Oh, God.
Sitting at 15.
You could never fix your mouth to say anything derogatory about me, ma'am. You are the derogatory. You are the derogatory, bitch. Have you lost your fucking mind? I be really sitting over there like, when I get to read with faggots and shit when I come in, I be like, girl, what? Hold on.
Right.
Hold on.
And 8.
Ma'am, I can see your wings from your profile picture, girl. Lady, I can see that goddamn rug back there on your sofa.
For bets, please.
You have sucked all the motherfucking dust mites out of that rug, bitch, that's on your sofa, bitch. Please believe
And 17.
that you're two vacuums stuck in each other. Oh my God. Two hoovers. You're two hoovers. Hoover, nobody
Showing 12.
does it like it used to. Fuck out of here.
I remember that commercial. You do? He ain't that young.
He not, but ain't no bitch, be no size. Dick gonna be over here trying to be motherfucking phobic to me.
Let's begin.
Girl, you got lint in your teeth.
Blackjack.
This fuck? I'll be really sitting there like, why is this? Oh, like, wait. Hold on. I got to do this with you, girl? Sweeten up?
Bets
Right.
closed. Good luck.
Right.
I got to do this with you, Sugar Cube?
Showing 9.
Just imagine if we lived in a world where black people really came together. We weren't divided by sexuality and gender and that kind of thing. Like, bitch, we'd be unstoppable.
Showing 19. Card.
We would be
We'll never see the day.
Yeah.
16.
It's unfortunate we will never see the day.
Yeah, we would be unstoppable, though. But you're right.
We'll never see the day I want you to know that, Craig.
No, I agree.
And at this point where we are now in the world, in this life, we will never see the day. So I want you to know that on January 1st, 2026, I choose me.
Would you like another car?
I choose me.
Yeah.
I choose fucking me. And everybody out there, when we be over there fighting for the rights of this and the other, whatever, them motherfuckers be over there trying to pull that shit back because bitch, they're complacent with just being just get a little bit. Just give me a little bit.
Yes.
If I could get just a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, what we were gonna say before you went to the bathroom about the Africa thing. The thing that I didn't know, and I'm sure some of you knew, this is why it's important for us to share what we learn, especially when it comes to Black history and Black, just Black information, period. I had no idea, because I was in a conversation with a couple. They were from Zimbabwe. And they were talking about, because I said to them, I was really having this conversation with many people. I had it with men, women, some queer people, younger people, older people. My question was, if you guys are the majority here, I said it's different for us in the United States. We're 13% of the population, but you guys are 6. You know, you're the majority you're the majority. I don't know what the percentage is, but you're the majority of the population. White people are 3%. Why haven't you all come together and really just taken what's rightfully yours? Because white folks are coming and taking land from them. This whole bullshit that Trump, they talk to me ad nauseum about Trump.
The word again, please, so that they can understand.
Ad nauseum.
Alexa, define ad nauseum.
Ad nauseum means to a sickening or disgusting degree. It's often used to describe something that's been repeated so much it becomes annoying. Would you like to know the origin of the phrase ad nauseum?
Yes.
16. 3. Would you like another?
Yes.
Ad nauseum comes from Latin, literally meaning sickness. It's been used since the early 15th century to describe something repeated so excessively it becomes annoying.
I'm telling you, several people were talking to me about him.
Like fat?
They were like, what is wrong with him?
Like fat.
Yeah.
Like being gay?
Correct.
Before trans?
Correct.
It was an ad nauseum.
Correct.
Okay.
And they kept saying, what's going on with him? Why is he so hateful? Why is this? They're trying to protect, because you know Nigeria was attacked with bombs on Christmas night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Saving the Christians. Craig, stop this. They were saving the Christians. They were saving the Christians, Craig.
They wanted to know why he was so evil. And why was he perpetuating this lie that there's a genocide in Africa against white farmers. I can't believe, these were people who worked at the hotel who were just talking to me like, why is he saying that? He said, there is no genocide against white people. He said, there have been black farmers that have died. There have been white people who have died. He said, but this is absolutely not a genocide. If you want to talk about a genocide, you need to talk about some of those other countries in Africa where there is actually a genocide happening against black people. But I was in this conversation with some people, with a couple. They were from Zimbabwe. And I said to them, I said, if you guys are the majority, why can't you all come together? So that's where the conversation came out, that there are 11 different languages. And I know somebody that
There's 20. Dealer wins. Bets, please.
said there are multiple languages. I understand that, but there were 11 languages that they like national languages. And some people speak 4 languages, some people speak 2 of them, some people speak 6 of them. But what she said to me was so profound. She said, we don't have a relationship with the Africans who are from West Africa, like Nigeria, Ghana. She said those people were impacted by slavery. We were not impacted by slavery. And again, maybe some of you knew this. I didn't know. When I think about slavery, I always think that they just kind of came from all sides of that continent and just pulled slaves
But primarily it came just from West Africa. It didn't come from Central Africa or Central Africa, like the Congo and places like that. And then even when it comes to South Africa, the ships were too large to come into those ports. So that's why they weren't able to pull slaves. So again, going back to what I was saying, there are African people who don't relate to Africans who were a part of the slave trade. That's a whole different experience. And so I was just so fascinated. I was like, wow, this is amazing. Like, I had no idea. Now, of course, if you were from a country in the interior, they basically docked at these ports that were along the shore. But they did pull slaves and make them walk, too. Even if you weren't from a country that bordered the water, they made some of them walk. In chains, bitch.
And this is the shit that I be saying about the things that Christians gonna have to. If they really believe in God like they say they do,
Yeah.
if they really believe in the God like they say they do, the heinous, evil atrocities, Fred, that they have committed against people of color, how they have enslaved people, how they've killed children, how they've done. If this is something they truly believe, what the fuck makes them think that they are heaven bound?
Exactly. But see, I don't know if they really believe that. I think they use religion to just kind of manipulate people. I don't know if they really believe that. I saw somebody said the Arabs had slaves from East Africa, yes, and also the Dutch. The Dutch, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe they were saying that the Dutch colonized like Ethiopia and Eritrea, places like that in Africa. So that again, going back to that language, Afrikaans, like that's a language that comes from the Dutch, and they forced that language on, certain African civilizations.
Someone said they believe it because they believe that they're doing it in His name. Wow,
that's insane.
I stood up the other day. I was so angry. I was like, bitch, I'm not no fucking Christian.
Yeah.
I said that the other day. I meant that. I'm not the Christian.
Not that.
The one you want me to fucking
No.
You know, a bitch wrote on there and said we want to cancel Kids Magic until she professes that Jesus Christ is Lord. And I said I didn't say that Jesus. I didn't say anything about Jesus. I said I was not no Christian because Jesus wasn't no Christian either, bitch. Right. Jesus was a Jew.
Yeah. Wow. The Dutch colonized South Africa. Okay. I can't remember who they said, because they were saying like countries like Eritrea and places like that. Somebody in the comments said that they fought them off. Okay.
Craig, I was watching. My mama loved the Lord, and mama. So there are times I don't watch any of that. I'm totally eradicated TVNs in this house.
Sure.
I grew up on TVN.
Yeah.
I have tithe.
Yeah.
I was a part of it. I have tithe. I've sold into this stuff like that. And for me to watch certain evil, the way that they really handled that George Floyd, I watched it with my eyes at TVN. Craig, I watched that shit with my eyes, and I gasped so hard, like, wait,
yeah,
like hold the fuck up, and then call those fucking stinking ass white bitch who I used to watch all the time, standing up there in front of that goddamn black church, and then aligning themselves with Trump, and then the way that they talked about George Floyd, like as if he was like he deserved what happened to him.
I never liked Paula White. She just always looked like a hillbilly ass racist redneck.
And then I used to put it on TV and whatever and watch it. Their messages that I receive, from it, whatever. But then when those white churches come on, do you know the other day I was getting ready to turn on? I was like, because my mama loves the Lord. She does. And I was really like, damn, I really don't play TV in the house no more.
Yeah.
And so I was like, let me go ahead and see. Girl, when I got ready to turn the shit on TVN, bitch, they was getting ready to play the Charlie Kirk Hour.
No.
Let's get those bets in.
The Charlie Kirk Hour. I was like,
but see, that's how they infect our minds with that bullshit.
They use media. Media has a direct impact on what you see, what you believe, and what you think, whether you believe it or not. And this is why I've been saying forever, it is so important for you to protect your chi. Be mindful of like what you're listening to in terms of music. Be mindful of what you're watching or you're ingesting in terms of, yes, programming. Be mindful of what kind of music you're listening to, television programs, movies you're watching. Like I've always said, I'm very careful not to watch and I know a lot of black people like to watch the Love and Hip Hop series or franchise and Housewives, all that other shit. I don't watch that shit because I just need to be mindful of what I'm digesting, right? What I'm ingesting. And the truth is, the same is true when it comes to white programs. You see it with Fox News, but there's a slow transition happening with CNN. They're becoming more right wing. And I saw something today, just before I came over here. TikTok it was bought out by Larry, what was his name? The guy who owns Oracle, president of Oracle. He owns Oracle. And it is moving towards being really right-centered. And he also owns CBS. Larry Ellison, thank you. He owns Oracle. And he also owns, is it CBS that he owns also? And he's already censoring shit, not allowing us to see certain things. So, for example, Trump just paid him a bunch of money. Trump just paid Larry Ellison a bunch of money to redact certain things from a press conference that he did. So they're trying to soften Trump's image, and they're trying to make him more appealing and more likable. See, this is what they do.
Maybe that's what Nikki been wanting.
Well, maybe so.
Maybe that's what she's been seeing.
And this is why I said I had to stop fucking with Jeff Bezos, the owner of Amazon, because Jeff Bezos also owns the Washington Post, the newspaper. And the Washington Post, for the past 30-some, 40 years, has always endorsed a presidential candidate. Sometimes they might be left, sometimes they may be right, but they've always endorsed a candidate. Well, this is the first time in all of those years that they never endorsed a candidate. When Kamala, they were set to endorse Kamala, but he pulled it. Jeff Bezos pulled it. So they let you know that they're all in collusion.
Collusion?
That's how you should know. Right. Said it all. I knew you better catch that. Collusion. You gotta pay attention to how all these things are interconnected. Because again, going back to when Paramount,
What's the great answer?
the great answer is
I'm going to do it again. What is the great answer? All of it is connected. Publix is connected. Kroger's connected. Amazon's connected.
Target.
Target's connected.
And some of you still starting shopping.
Correct. What is the great answer? What is the great answer?
There isn't one answer.
They have successfully. It ain't no question about it. They have successfully infiltrated
the minds,
yes, of us color, of them colored. Correct.
And but it's everywhere. It really is everywhere. And all you can do is what you can do. I understand some of you may live in small towns and you may not have a choice but to go to a Walmart or to a Target. But for those of us who have a choice in certain matters, we need to make a choice. This is why I say all the time, it is so important to support local businesses that are black owned or minority owned, like woman owned, whatever. And then support the companies that get it right, like the Costco's of the world. Like when I found out about that, I canceled my Sam's Club. I was always a Sam's Club person. I canceled that shit probably 2 years ago. And I went and got a Costco membership. You know what I'm saying? Because they're not pushing back. They're not pushing back. They're not rolling back their DEI incentives or initiatives.
I just heard that AT&T is about to do it.
Roll back their thing? Really? But when the whole thing happened with Paramount, when Trump was suing Paramount because of that whole, when that campaign was happening, he was suing them, saying that they didn't like the way that that I think it was Kamala's promo depicted him, and he was suing Paramount. And instead of Paramount fighting him in court, they went on and paid him, I think it was like $16 million ahead of even going to court. He just threatened. But they paid him because there was this huge merger, and maybe somebody here can help me, because I don't remember what it was, but Paramount was about to merge with another media company. I know some of you probably know what I'm talking about, but I can't remember what the other company was. But they were about to merge. It was a big acquisition. And they needed Trump's signature. And see, this is why, like, when we had that whole conversation when we were in Baltimore that time, when we were talking to Mo and G, and they were like, well, it wasn't so bad the first time with Trump, and it really doesn't matter, and da-da-da-da.
Well, they had time to plan.
Right.
And they've been planning for 50 years anyway.
Correct.
But they had time to sit this down and really be like, you know what?
Yes. And the thing is, these are the kinds of things, because like, I think we think about the president and his role and responsibilities on a surface level. We don't think about all these other things. Because now, he has this white man, I can't think of this white man's name, he's over the FCC. He was the one who decided that Jimmy Kimmel was going to get pulled off the air. He gets the determine what we get to watch and see. But Trump appointed him. So again, when we're talking about voting for people, it's not just the big shit. It's all the little things that
you gotta understand, Craig. And I don't mean to cut you off, but I gotta get this thought out right now. In the next coming years, you're about to see less and less.
There's Stephen Miller, yeah.
You're about to see less and less queer, of course. But we're about to see less and less black. It's about to be less and less black creative stuff. We're probably going to see it online in the spaces that we can occupy. You know what I'm saying? It's about to get thinner and thinner. Do you know that Variety and
the magazine?
Yeah, they didn't put thinners on the, what was it? I sent it to G recently.
About the movies?
Yes, and it was like that was
the biggest movie of that year.
Yes, and they didn't put it in the top.
Really?
Yes.
But see, that's censorship. That's censorship. That's exactly what it is. And see, this is the other thing, and I'm just going to say it because we're here. I've been saying to Madison, I don't know, 6-8 months, we need to, what I want us to do, I see Fag Talk bigger than just YouTube. We both do. We see Fag Talk bigger than just living on YouTube. I've been saying to Madison, what I propose we do is we build an app.
Time for bets, please.
We build an app. And you all will get to watch Fag Talk on this app that we build. And the reason that I'm suggesting, because I'm a visionary. Like, I think ahead. And when I saw all of this shit happening with Trump and all of this censorship, like, the reason that we don't stream on TikTok is because of the language that we use. They're strict over there on TikTok.
Yeah.
But the way that these companies are capitulating and the way that they're censoring a lot of things that people say, what happens if YouTube decides that we can't say sissy bag training or just curse?
Well, of course we're going to get demonetized tonight, because I just said I can see your wings home.
Correct. So what I've been saying to Madison for probably about six months or so, we need to build an app. And Fag Talk needs to live on this app. And not only would Fag Talk live on the app, but like the stuff that she does independent of me and the stuff that I do independent of her would also live on. So telling our stories would be on the app. With all of the other stuff that she decides that she wants to put on the app, she can put on the app. But it would be the home of Fag Talk. And if you wanted to see, because the thing is, if they decide tomorrow that we can't talk the way that we talk on here, you all won't be able to see the show. We won't be able to promote the tour. We won't be able to, you know what I'm saying? It would censor us.
Yeah.
It would cripple us in a lot of ways. So we wouldn't be able to do this anymore. So we had a call yesterday and I said, listen, it's gnawing at, I'm telling you, Africa did a lot for me. I was thinking a lot in Africa. Like, there's something really special. And I'm just going to say this. If you can get to Africa, I think you should get to Africa. Especially if you are part of the the African diaspora. I think you should get to Africa, wherever it is. I think you should get there. You should spend some time there and just really.
I'm not going without my tour guide, Mo.
That's right. And so.
And now you, because you formally.
Yes. Really? Really?
Stoner Variety's top 20 movies of the year list is so that the media is bought. They don't like that Ryan Coogler has like changed what Hollywood could be with his deal with Warner Brothers. They don't like that the movie is unapologetically black. It has two of the best themes of the year and just in cinema history. Like spoilers, but the scene where music connects generations. I think about that scene like once a week. And it also shows that like Hollywood is a tool for white supremacy, and the end of Sinners dispels this idea that we have to buy into and kowtow to whiteness. In one of the final scenes of the movie, when the main character is praying to God, praying to Jesus, and realizes that, oh, he's praying to like a white entity. And instead, he has the music in his hand, the music that is a product of how his ancestors have survived. And that music is what saves him in the end, not God, not this white religion, and does not go in peace, act in a way that is palatable to whiteness. He goes and he entraps and slaughters like all those racist white men. Like the Hollywood institution cannot fathom the proliferation of these beliefs.
Yes, that's about Sinners. Yeah. And the guy who was talking just there is an Asian guy. And it made me think, like one of the things that I've been noticing online too, especially on TikTok, there are a lot of Asian people, and I don't know from which specific countries, but I know like there was some Koreans, some Japanese perhaps, Chinese perhaps. They're really starting to wake up. They're starting to wake up because historically, when Asians come here, when they migrate here or immigrate here, excuse me, this champagne bitch got me though.
It's good though.
It is. When Asians typically come to this country, they typically align themselves with white people. Typically, you'll see white women marry a white man, or an Asian man marry a white woman, and they usually just, but there's a lot of conversation happening right now online where Asians are starting to resent white people. They're starting to feel that white people are now appropriating their culture. Matcha. Like matcha is relatively inexpensive. It's supposed to be really cheap. It's something that Asians drink and, consume on a regular basis. Well, yeah, green, yes. But now what's happening is they've now made it, white folks have now made it this premium. Yes, they've made it this premium thing. So now you got to spend $9 and $10 for matcha. And Asian folk is the Japanese staple. Yes, and Asian folk are starting to feel like you all are coming in on our space, like going to Asian markets and things like that. Like they're starting to feel, so a lot of them are talking about how they understand they understand more now the black plight. But my thing is, where have you all been? We've been saying this. When so many of you have been so busy trying to align yourself with white people. We've been saying this. So did it take Trump getting in office and deporting a lot of Asians? Did it take ICE running y'all out of Santa Barbara in the Bay Area and all over in Irvine?
13. Lucky 21. And the dealer wins this one.
Now y'all get it? Now y'all understand. Oh, okay.
Can we talk about Megan Kelly? When she said, when she said this?
I didn't, but we can.
Trump being handsy with somebody 20 years ago. I want someone who will close the border, which he has. I want someone who will keep boys out of my daughter's sports, which he has. I want someone who will stand up to the insane DEI policies so that white kids will stop hearing in school that they're born with some original sin from which they cannot recover. I don't give it.
And what you also want, Megan Kelly, is a grown-ass man to molest your daughter. That's what you voted for also. You voted for grown-ass white men take advantage of your underage daughter.
The dealer has bust.
I want to play that again.
Please.
Trump getting handsy with somebody 20 years ago. I want someone who will close the border, which he has. I want someone who will keep boys out of my daughter's sports, which he has. I want someone who will stand up to the insane DEI policies so that white kids will stop hearing in school that they're born with some original sin from which they cannot recover. I don't give a shit about Trump getting handsy with somebody 20 years ago. I want someone who will close the border, which he has. I want someone who will keep boys out of my daughter's sports, which he has. I want someone who will stand up to the insane DEI policies so that white kids will stop hearing in school that they're born with some original sin.
And they need to know that.
They do. And it wasn't just 20 years ago, Megan. Trump has been doing things more recent than 20 years.
But they need to know. White kids need to know the egregious acts.
Correct. White people
need to know the egregious acts that transpired against people.
And
they
not,
need to know that.
And not just black people.
Just like the people.
Yeah.
They need to see it in film. They need to see it in television. They need to read about it in books.
Speaking of film, and I think we talked about this like early on Fag Talk, like probably when we first started doing the show. You remember that movie? What was the movie? Hidden Figures.
Yes.
Bets, please.
That was based on a true story.
And that closes out the bets.
But there were elements that they put in that movie, and they put in that movie with Sandra Bullock. What was that movie called when she had the football player? He was black, and she adopted him and brought him in.
Blindside.
What?
Blindside.
Blindside. Movies like The Blind Side, Hidden Figures, those movies, they always take a real movie and they create the great white hope. I read an article about this, and they were saying, it was a conversation with like these Hollywood producers and writers, and they were saying that they create these, yes, the white savior trope. They create those images in these movies so that white people today who are sitting in the movie theater won't feel so bad about what white people from back then did. And the article said it was an attempt to allow white people of present day to watch those movies and think, oh, I would have been one of the good ones. I would have been one of the ones that did that. So they create these things that weren't really true. So if those of you who saw Hidden Figures, remember when Taraji had to run all the way to the other side of that campus to go to the bathroom, and the boss, Kevin Costner? Kevin Costner said, where were you gone? Why were you gone for 30 minutes or 40 minutes? She said, I had to run to the other side of campus to use the restroom because there's no black or colored restroom on this side of the campus. And then they showed him in the film knocking down the sign that says color and creating a bathroom for her. And then also in the film, when it was her math that allowed them to figure out how to get that space shuttle up to outer space. In the film, he invited her into the room with them to watch. Because in real life, you know, that happened in Tidewater area where I went to Hampton. That's where it was based, and that's where it really happened. In real life, she wasn't even allowed in the room to watch the space shuttle take off. But in the film, he invited her in to see it. Those things never happened. He never knocked down that sign and created a bathroom for her so she didn't have to go across campus, and he never invited her in. When that film came out, that woman was still alive. She said that never happened. So that was some shit they fabricated. That's part of the reason why when you watch the movie, it says some of these things are based on true story, and some things are made up. Ciao, good night.
Now, the movie that Tyler Perry, our good friend Tyler Perry made, That's Your Girlfriend.
I don't think he speaks to me.
The good movie he made about the AIDS. the AIDS.
Wait, about the what?
The AIDS. The what you call it? AIDS, the 88. Or what is it? The something AIDS. The what?
Tyler did a movie?
Recently? Yes, the AIDS. What is it called? What was really good? It was so good. It was so good.
Somebody help her because I can't help her because I don't watch this stuff. What is it?
Yeah, I'm not sure it's the name of it.
Oh, you don't watch it either?
Stop it. This is really good. What's the age? What
Crazy
age?
88. Somebody said in the comments.
With Kerry Washington.
With Kerry Washington. What was it called?
The 688.
What is that?
That's about the black women who got the mail out.
Oh, right. Yes, right.
That was so good.
What? See, I didn't watch it.
It was good, Rick. You should watch it.
Really?
I mean, skip some of the stuff. You might skip some things. Listen, stop this. You will stop this. You will stop.
I want to know if he had any real researchers over there to make sure that they're. No, but I'm just saying I wanted to know if he really had any real research over there to make sure that the story is true and accurate. I'm just wondering. You know what I'm saying? Because he get real loose with that. He get real loose with it.
Lucky 7. Card. There's 17. Bets, please. And that closes out the bets. Let's begin. 16. 10. Would you like another card? There's 20, and the dealer wins this one. Let's get those bets in. 10. That's 20. 5. Another. 15. And 17.
I need you to fuck that right now.
Time for bets, please.
Slave flash to the sky during 1947.
The motherfucker. Wait a minute. Wait. So that's
Wait a minute.
Good luck.
So what I hear you saying is the continuity was off.
15.
Stop it.
Showing 9. Card.
Stop it.
There was a present
I
day.
need you to stop it. I don't give a fuck because that boy 747 was going to with Delta on it. Stop it.
Oh, somebody said there's a documentary. I'll look for the documentary.
You need to watch that with Kerry Washington. It was very good, man.
But you know what the thing is? It's so interesting
It
because
was good, man. It was good, Fred.
okay, so Z lady said, wait a minute, Fred, he did all right with that one. I was surprised.
It was good. It made me tear up.
But the people are saying I need to go look at the documentary instead.
Oh, shit.
10.
Well, the documentary's not going to have a Delta plane fly through it.
Well, you know when they did How Did I Get Married, or Why Did I Get Married? Remember the scene where, I don't know if I ever talked about this over here. Remember the scene where, make sure you swallow that, bitch, because I don't want you spit that over here on me. So, bitch, I'm about to take you out. Because I know you saw this. So remember the scene where Janet Jackson was going into the office to confront Malik Yoba? And remember when she got in there and she had that cake and the gay boy jumped out the cake? I need y'all to go back and watch this. When Janet is walking to the office, you don't know it's Janet at first. All you see is feet. The camera is pointing at her feet. She's walking in. Then the camera eventually pans up. By the time she gets into the office, you know that it's Janet. Well, the shoes that she had going into the office were not the shoes she had on coming out. Okay, well, wait a minute. Well, what happened to the continuity? They didn't have a picture on payroll to make sure she had the same.
There's 20.
Going
10. That's 20.
There was no way that I'm going to be over here looking at
Bets, please. Bets are closed. Good luck. 10. There's a 2. Would you like another card? There's 20. 10.
Just put it out here. Take it back.
18.
He wasn't counting on the bags, though.
Well, stop it. I need to watch the picture.
I'm going to look at the document.
Let's get those bets in.
It was really good.
And that closes out the bets.
Did you ever go over to the old lady game?
Lucky 13. And 8. Another?
You make it to the old lady game? I'm not going to make it to this show. 6 trip ways.
That's
Yeah,
over
if you get over to the
21.
old lady game, I'll watch it.
Showing 12. Dealer wins.
From where? Because they didn't come all the way.
Time for bets, please.
Old lady gang did not come all the way out
11.
here. Now, if you can get Candy to open up the old lady game for just one night, and you go over there and eat, I'll go and watch 6 trip ways.
That's 21.
If you didn't tell me,
And the dealer wins this one.
so it wasn't good. Now don't beat the lady to what she down. She's gonna do it before. Let's just move on.
Bets, please. Bets are closed. Good luck.
Overheated.
Yeah.
Did you just make that?
14.
Look at that. Yeah. Over 8.
Would you like another card?
Oh, yeah. Wait a minute. But wait a minute. You know what? We had a conversation yesterday. I said I was going to say, yeah. Who's following you?
Showing 16.
You're Brady.
Dealer
And
wins.
who's not following you?
Let's get those bets in. 10.
You always talk kindly about, so why do you
10.
I don't know. That was high. So Brandy must have a sense of humor.
That's 12.
I guess I went not talk to me. Brandy don't even follow me. I think because I wrote my book. She should
Time for
not.
bets, please. And that closes out the bets. Let's begin.
That's not true.
Got 18.
You are will.
10.
You don't know nothing else.
That's not true. And before we got on this live, you were
Another?
singing, what was it, almost doesn't count. The line was not true.
There's 17.
It's me, Brandy? It is. I verified it. You did. I sure did. And you also verified it.
Bets, please.
What guy?
Bets are closed. Good luck. Showing 12. And 6. Card. Showing 19. 16. And bust goes the dealer. Let's get those bets in. And that closes out the bets. Let's begin. That's 12. Showing 6. Would you like another card? 19.
I'll take you.
Showing 16. Time for bets, please. Bets are closed. Good luck.
Except Monica, you better take her off like that. Don't do that.
That's 20. 10.
What did I text on your phone that day? Was it
Another?
Was it time?
Showing 12. 16. The dealer has bust. Bets, please. And that closes out the bets. Let's begin. Sitting at 15. Showing a 3.
I said a voice note.
Oh my God. That was early flag talk.
Girl.
It's because does she have an iPhone?
And busted.
Does Monica have an iPhone?
And 14. And the dealer wins this one.
But that message came up great. She may have blocked you.
Let's get those bets in.
She looks like an iPhone kind of girl. I think she blocked you.
Bets are closed. Good luck.
You worked it definitely. No, I did not. You worked it.
11.
Yeah, because you always call back on the line.
Would you like another card?
Oh my God. That is too
13.
funny.
I don't understand why you did that.
Showing 11. There's 20. Dealer wins.
What did I do?
Time for bets, please. And that closes out the bets.
And I live
Let's
for
begin.
Brandy. I do live for
Lucky
Brandy.
13.
It was those
And
people
8.
taking pieces of that shit. She
Another?
said, let me go follow this bitch and see what she did.
That's 20.
Because people will take pieces of what we
Sitting at
say.
18.
People will take pieces of the shit that we say, and then they'll make it like I said,
Bets,
like they
please.
try to say it like I was being with you. And
Bets
those
are
people that
closed.
follow me know
Good
that
luck.
I love Whitney, love something goddamn right. Oh, yeah.
13.
Right. We're over there talking about and because they
And
cheated out for the
blackjack.
gold card for the fact.
And the dealer wins this one.
I'm never showing up for what Whitney has.
Yeah. Nobody.
I'm never showing up for what she has on.
Let's get those bets in.
I'm
And that closes closes out the bets. Let's begin. Lucky 13. That's 4. Card.
For the entire bitch. Not one of any of the she will
That's a
clear
bust.
it out.
And 6.
Next
Dealer
up is our
wins.
ticket. Running ball. We're coming on the 27th. Okay.
Time for bets, please. Got an 8. And 17.
Bitch, I said
4.
it. And that's exactly what I meant.
Would you like another card?
This is not. Is she her?
Lucky 7. Showing 16.
Louis the Duke.
Showing 19.
With the fans up, because it will be another one. The back on it.
Bets, please.
Bets
Bets are closed. Good luck. 14. Got a 7. Another. There's 17.
Hello.
Got 18.
Hey, never
Dealer
we live
wins.
right now, girl. And people on your ass, what's going on with Costa Rica?
Let's get those bets in. Showing 9.
So what you gotta tell about Antigua? Is Antigua done? What's going on? What do you mean is it done?
Card.
It's just they can still book, but it would have to be double occupancy.
15.
We don't have to
16.
Yeah.
And first goes the dealer.
So get your friend, get your roommate, get your boyfriend, somebody's husband, girlfriend, somebody you're dating, and you can come
Time for
to
bets, please.
Antigua. But there are no more singles
11.
in Antigua. Singles are sold out.
Sitting at 15.
But come on down.
That's 4. Would you like another card?
So that's all you got to
15.
say about Antigua there, girl?
And 14.
It's still waiting on y'all. And you can go to the website, book your travel.
Bets, please.
Somebody said, why my
4.
buffalo got refunded?
That's 12.
Oh.
Showing 6. Another. And 17. Card. Showing 12. Sitting at 18. And the dealer wins this one. Let's get those bets in. And 6. Showing 16. Showing a 3. Would you like another card?
Negra, can we get an overwater villa in Costa Rica?
Lucky 21. Dealer wins.
Check to see how they do.
Time for bets, please. And that closes out the bets. Let's begin. There's 20. 10.
So they shut
Another.
it down while they're renovating it, but it's going to be the new property there. I'm
20.
trying to wait and see. I got a couple of options already, but I really want that one. Okay, I'm trying to wait and see when they got to release it.
Bets,
If they
please.
got a book.
Bets are closed. Good luck.
Let me see what they got. Let me see what they have.
There's
Let me see what
17.
they got.
And
I'm
8.
saying for you, hopefully within
Card.
next week. I'm just waiting on the final answers. Okay,
Showing
so
11.
sounds good.
Got
So this
18.
this sometime next
And
week
the dealer
we'll
wins this one.
be announced in Costa Rica.
Let's get those bets
Yeah,
in.
so that too.
And
Look,
9.
I just want to say I had a wonderful time today at your women's brunch.
There's 20.
Thank you so much for
Got
coming. And I
8.
really wish
Would you like another card?
add this to the rich bitch package because the way we healed and loved
16.
each other, you
That's 20.
sent us gifts and we had good food. The one that's on it was really good.
Black one, you have.
I had a favorite.
Time for bets, please.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a 2.
Yeah, I think that would be great for the rich bitch.
10.
Where it'll be a little bit more, intimate.
Another.
I think if we did it for the whole group, it might be a lot. Yeah.
Sitting at
Yeah,
15.
yeah. That was
Showing 9.
Would it be possible that we
Showing
could add
19.
the rich bitch
Dealer wins.
I worked that out. Yeah. I worked that. You got a rich bitch package.
Bets, please. And that closes out the bets. Let's begin.
We can put it in both places.
There's 20.
Okay. That's
Got
yeah,
5.
that was
11. 19.
No.
Okay.
Damn. Everybody got
Let's
Yeah,
get those
he had
bets in.
killed today.
Bets are
They
closed.
said stop
Good
trying to
luck.
segregate your gas. Oh.
And blackjack. That's 4.
They talking about on the trip. They said.
No, we're not doing that. Oh, you talking about the turn of having a rich bitch.
Right.
Oh, that's on y'all. That's on y'all. You don't know, because I didn't
Time
think
for
they
bets,
was.
please.
Ain't nobody think about that.
And that
I want to
closes out
send
the
the
bets.
intimate
Tell
time
them,
with the
y'all.
intimate timers. Because it be stuff that we be trying to talk about at the show. You know what I'm saying? We be
Showing
want to
6.
talk about at the show that y'all
Would you
be
like
trying to
another
pick
card?
y'all phone up and record and stuff like that. We gonna and it's gonna have to leave the phones at the door.
Showing 16. Another. And 8. 14. The dealer has bust. Bets, please. Bets are closed. Good luck. Lucky 13. 10. Card. 16. Would you like another card? 15. That's 20. And the dealer wins this one. Let's get those bets in. And that closes out the bets. Let's begin. There's 20. 10. Another. And 17. It's time for bets, please. Got an 8. That's 12. Showing a 3. Card. That's a bust. And 14. Dealer wins. Bets, please. Bets are closed. Good luck. All right, blackjack. Showing 12. Let's get those bets in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everything ain't for us.
And that closes
Yeah.
out the bets.
Okay, Larry.
Let's begin.
Now, baby, I'll be down to y'all soon.
Showing 9.
All right. Okay.
And 2. Would you like another card?
I know. I need to call
There's
you.
17.
He said that
Another.
we need to do a fag talk South Africa. He said he stepped off the plane and
Lucky
they
7.
Craig the fag. The
Got 18. And the dealer wins this one.
Hey y'all, Craig said he stepped off the plane and they was like, bro, Craig the
Time for
fag.
bets, please.
It was giving we lit.
Bets are closed.
He thought they was
Good luck.
detaining him over there because this gay not allowed over there. He thought he was getting
That's
detained.
12.
What are you
10.
doing here? Is this really you? We love that.
There's a blackjack. Dealer wins.
Yeah, well, you know I love it. Yeah, but listen, we got to do these two places, and then next year the girls got to have their money all the way up.
Bets, please. And
But
that
that's
closes
how
out the
African
bets.
shit not cheap.
Let's begin.
Craig came home with blue diamonds, beard. Anyway, Larry,
10.
bye, girl. Bye, girl.
Card. Sitting at 18.
No, but seriously though, somebody said I was scared of
Let's
it.
get those bets in.
Johannesburg was, I think, first
Bets are closed.
to
Good luck.
legalize gay marriage. Or did they take it back?
And
No, I
8.
think it's still legal.
Would
If
you
it ain't
like another card?
overturned, they doing that here. They don't want you back together.
That's over 21.
It's like, we finna cut the bed. See, this is how it works. One of you gonna be able to qualify for the health care. And if you let you two fags get together,
Time for bets, please.
or you
And that closes out the bet. Let's begin.
what happened is
Showing 11. And
one
9.
could be in the shoe, y'all.
Another?
We want all y'all. Right. Yes, it's legal in Ghana and Nigeria.
Lucky 21.
Yeah.
Showing 19.
We had to stand it. Up that tree, what?
Bets, please. Bets are closed. Good luck. And blackjack. Got a 7. Got 18. Let's get those bets in. And that closes out the bets. Let's begin. There's 17. 10. Card. There's 20. Dealer wins. Time for bets, please. Bets are closed. Good luck. Showing 12. Got 5. Would you like another card? That's 20. Another? Showing 9. Bets, please. And that closes out the bets. Let's begin. All right, blackjack. And 9. And 14. Let's get those bets in. Bets are closed. Good luck. Sitting at 18. Showing 9. Card. That's 12. The dealer has bust. Time for bets, please. And that closes out the bets. Let's begin. 16. 10. Would you like another card? Everything all right? Lucky 13. And the dealer wins this one. Bets, please. Bets are closed. Good luck. 10. 10. Another? There's 20. Card. That's 20. Let's get those bets in. And that closes out the bets. Let's begin. 19. Got an 8.
Purchase a luxury penthouse apartment on site, and you and your friends can party in style.
Oh, you saw that? I went to his Instagram. You saw that?
Girl, I didn't see no ass.
Bets are closed. Good luck. Showing 12.
That's the one.
And 9. Another? Showing 19. Card.
What happened to all the fruit flies?
what motivated her to just.
Well, we saw that boy's ass. You didn't see it?
Oh, I did.
Oh, you saw that?
Please.
I went to his Instagram.
You
And
saw
that
that?
closes out
I
the
went to his
bets.
Instagram.
Let's
You
begin.
looked at all that ass? I did. That was a lot of ass.
It was.
13.
He got a nice body.
Yeah.
He works down here.
That's
Would you
a
like
lot
another
of
card?
ass.
It is.
And that made you go to his. Did you
That's
follow?
a
Did you
bust.
click follow? I did not.
Sitting at 15. Dealer wins.
But that's a lot of ass.
It is. So I don't know if it was a thing where she was bothered because of the way he was built, or if it was a situation where she just learned that some guy that she's interested in or was involved with
Showing 9.
turned out to be gay or DL. I don't know what motivated her to do that. I don't know. But again, going back to what I said a moment ago, if we could all come together as a community, we would be unstoppable.
And the dealer wins this
But
one.
I'd be like,
I would have whipped her ass in that cereal.
I'm sorry. Listen, I don't get into
Time for
it.
bets,
I
please.
don't know
And
I
that
don't get
closes
into
out the
men
bets.
putting their hands on
Let's
women,
begin.
but she actually came after him. She was interrogating him.
I would have put my hands on her.
Lucky
Figured
7.
out which one of them bombs.
Card.
Figured out which ingredient.
I would have tore her ass up in the
That's over
Yeah.
21.
Here's what the gag is. The
Showing
gag
16.
is.
Dealer wins.
And he defended himself.
Yes, yes.
They would have seen
They wouldn't have seen it no other way. They would have tore him up. They would have said, "Oh, that made no sense."
But with the time we live in now,
15.
you got to go for what you know.
Showing a
That's
3.
right. Because it's either you or them. It's gonna always be motherfucking them.
That's right. If he had put his hands in it, he definitely would have gotten backlash.
And 9.
Because there are people
And
who
the dealer
believe
wins
that
this one.
it's never an excuse for a man to put their hands on a woman. And I agree to a point.
Let's get those bets
But
in.
that woman
Bets
followed
are
him.
closed. Good luck.
And then what happened was, based on what I read,
That's 12.
she,
Showing 9. Another.
the police were trying to find her. It was some sort of a police chase or something that happened. So I'm sure they may have probably found her.
16.
Found her by now. But I mean, like, that's just.
But this is why I tell the people to keep some type of weaponry on me. I'd have laced that bitch down there. I'd have blindfolded that bitch. That bitch would have never been able to see
And that
again.
closes out the
That would have
bets.
been doing like this everywhere she went. That bitch had to leave everything in real.
Got a 7.
I'd have blindfolded
Would you like
that.
another card?
That shit was crazy. But his self-restraint.
Showing 12.
But you do know that we're living in a time now where they think that they have the right to do that.
Yes. And this is why I say all the time. Black, straight people
Bets
are the
please.
Karens to black queer
10.
people. That was Karen behavior.
Very much.
That is no different than what white
There's
people
20.
do. Some white people.
4.
What some white people do
Another.
when black folks are minding their business in the grocery store, going into an
11.
apartment building,
And
an office
21.
building, their cul-de-sac, wherever they're going. This is the same. It is the same. And I'm always going to draw a
Let's get those bets
comparison
in.
between the two. I'm always going to show you the parallel between the two. I know.
Because being gay and being out
Those
there.
are the things. You're trying to compare. Okay, but I'm going to compare.
There's a blackjack.
Straight
And
people.
the
I'm
dealer
not saying
wins this
all
one.
straight people are Karens. But black straight people who antagonize queer people, you're
Time
synonymous
for
to
bets,
Karens.
please.
You're doing nothing different from what some white people do to black people. When that black man was in New York City at Central Park, I remember a few years ago, he was bird watching. And that white woman
Card.
approached him and tried to harass him, and she had to lock him down.
Got 18.
He was just bird watching.
Can I say this? And then I'm gonna stay just for a second and get back to this. This is why that statement of Lick JD did when he was saying white people don't have to apologize for being white anymore.
Yeah.
10.
That was a dog was yesterday to saying
Would you like
you
another
can
card?
call them niggas and you can do nigga shit to niggas. You can do all this stuff. You can troll them. You can ask them where they're going. You can stand outside and do a put your foot there. Nobody's going to be looking for you to lose your job
get those
anymore.
bets
Do you know how many motherfuckers
that
white
closes
people
out the
get upset
bets.
that we were
Let's
finding
begin.
those people there, making them lose their jobs,
All right. Blackjack.
going after their lives and their jobs? So why the fuck do you think as a trainee or a pawn or a gay or whatever you identify as that we are not going to go after your job and your well-being and your livelihood?
Bets are closed. Good luck.
Right. They don't want to have those things. And this is the you people that don't want to have the same consequences as white people when they do shit like that.
Sitting at 15. at 18. Would you like
We
another
should
card?
be able to do that shit to the color folks.
That's 20. And the dealer
They
wins
said
this
she
one.
lost her job. She should have. She should have. Because again, if he had beat that girl's
Bets,
ass
please.
in that aisle, there would have been a segment of the population that would have been angry.
Let's begin.
It's not right to let a motherfucker pound on you.
14. And 8.
It's not right.
Another?
And then going back to what we talked about a moment ago,
15.
with Megan Kelly, when she said, what she say about white people shouldn't have to apologize?
Let's get those
She
bets
said that white kids shouldn't have to talk about things that, or held accountable for things that happened that they did. Some shit. Right. Okay, that's what it was. She was saying that white people shouldn't have to feel bad about, I'm paraphrasing, feel bad about some shit that they had nothing to do with, something that happened. But you're benefiting from it. You're benefiting from it. And here's the example that I would like to give white people who believe that and feel the same way.
Time for bets, please. And that closes out the bets. Let's begin.
You and I both moved into homes that someone previously occupied. Yeah. Right?
Would you like another card?
When you move into a home that someone else occupied before you, you inherit any problem that comes in that house. Correct. So the same is true with white people.
11.
You've inherited what your forefathers left.
12. 4.
You benefit from the shit they stole.
19.
Henrietta Lacks,
And
Jack
14.
Daniels, and everything else. You benefit from the shit that they stole. You have a trust fund, yeah, because your great-great-grandmother or great-grandfather left you money that he stole.
Good luck.
Or money that he benefited from slavery.
And
Or
blackjack.
stepping over someone
And
black.
9. Showing 19.
So the fact that you're able to benefit from that, yes, we do need to remind you. Yes. And yes, you do need to understand why you have the shit that you have. Because a lot of people did not earn that
Let's
shit.
begin.
This is why I've never really marveled
16.
white wealth. And then I never marveled over it. And then you screaming out shit like
Card.
apologizing when it's just like, girl, Miss Mama.
12. 19.
Things were put in place because your people did this stuff. Exactly. Do you not understand we could not come in through the front door? Do you not understand that we couldn't work there because? Do you not understand we couldn't drink that? Do you know that we couldn't walk? We couldn't even look at y'all. Like, are you fucking crazy? Listen, once upon a time, you couldn't even look white people in the eye. If you were walking down the street, you were supposed to turn your eye. You were supposed to look away. You could not look them in the eye. That's the kind of crazy shit that was going on. And that shit
Showing
when they say like, oh, well,
the dealer wins this one.
wasn't this bad. Like, no, bitch, it was that bad. It was that. It was horrible. I remember my grandfather, like, this why I don't play that bullshit.
And that closes out the
My
bets.
grandfather
Let's begin.
and my grandfather died at 80-something.
There's a blackjack.
And my mama did that. And, you know, and my grandfather would be like, well, you know, it was just like, yes. I'm like, no, bitch. But it was, this is what he experienced. Yes.
Time for bets, please.
He grew up from the start. He got to watch that shit change. He had the opportunity to watch it change. But he grew up. Yes, sir. So he was conditioned. Yes, conditioned. I'm like, I'm not saying none of that motherfucking shit. Right.
Good luck.
It's so interesting that you say that because, like I said, when I was in Africa, I had these kinds of conversations with
Would you like another card?
different generations. There was a guy who was our tour guide who took us through like the safari that we did, everything that we did. There was a gentleman, he was probably like 60s, right? And as I said a moment ago, apartheid ended in 94. So that was only, what, 31 years ago? Girl, we're almost 50. Right. So that was 30, I was graduating high school. We're almost 50. There were things that we watched and saw. Correct. We didn't get the excruciating part of it, but we definitely got the parts. I told the residuals. When they were trying to call me racist on Reddit, because I was talking about my first experience, when we were talking about in call center, and this whatever. I'm from Miami. When I watched Miami go from correct all of us
Would you like another card?
here to
Spanish, Spanish, Spanish. Which I don't have an issue with that. Yeah. But don't come over there and push other people. And then say me, I don't speak it because you don't want to communicate. You don't want to. You don't want to. You don't want to talk to your neighbor. You don't want to have this conversation with your neighbor. So don't go to telling me, no, I don't speak English. I don't speak English.
There's a 2.
Because you don't want to. And then they got mad at me because I said, well, why don't we both have to have a translator? Right. Why do I just have to have to translate it? When and they said, well, Master, what you're saying is you're sounding like MAGA people when they were here first. No, I'm not saying I was here first. I was like, I want to coexist, but let's coexist. Right. Don't just put the translator on me and you don't have one. Right. And you've been here all these years and you haven't made the effort to learn English. Now, I do believe that we as American people need to speak more than one language. I do believe that. I am for us getting the out to speak more than one language, to speak more than English. So here's what I said. When I went to France, I said this when I went to France. This is the first time I really had that revelation. And I had that same revelation when I went to Africa. Like I said a moment ago, they're speaking 11 languages. Yes. When I went to France, there were people there who spoke 4 and 5 different languages. Because when you think about Europe, Europe is situated like the United States. How we have states lined up next to each other. In Europe, they got countries lined up next to each other. So you're in Paris today, bitch. Tomorrow you could be in London. The next day you could be in Amsterdam. That's right. So my point is, they know a lot of different languages because they're integrating with a lot of different people. Yes. What I said when I went to France, and it came back to me when I was in Africa. Part of the reason that we don't know any language other than English is because white people didn't think it was important for us to know it. They decided to curriculum. English was the only thing they cared about. They were so arrogant to think, well, no, we just need to know English and they need to learn our language. But when you go to these other countries, they are learning other languages. They are learning other languages. But what I was going to say a moment ago about Africa, it was something that we were just saying right there, and I was going to tie it into something. It didn't have to come back to me because I forgot it that quick.
Good luck.
No, I know, but we were flowing. But it was something we were saying. It'll come back to it in a second. But the bottom line is, they know multiple languages, and we don't. We know English, but if it was required, if it was necessary for us to, if they had the insight or the foresight or less arrogant to say, you know what, we need to also learn Spanish, we would also be speaking Spanish and English. Yes, which I don't mind. Right. I want to be multilingual. I want to be that. Porque ya hables español también un poquito. Right. I would love to know another language.
Would you like another card?
It's important. It's impressive. Oh, I was saying the driver. Thank you very much. Thank you. So when I was there, I was having this conversation with a lot of different people from different ages. So the driver that was taking us around, like to the safaris and everything, he was in his 60s. So he grew up under apartheid. I asked him, I said, well, why do you think white people have the majority of the land? And it was very much like you were saying about your grandfather. It reminded me of some, not all, because I don't want to offend anybody who lives in like the Carolinas or the Deep South or Mississippi, places like that. It's not everybody. But if you're honest with yourself and you know your people, a lot of times when you see older black folks from those small places like that, they're very much so like that with white people. Yes, sir. They're very meek. Yes, sir. Yes. They're very meek. Yes. They don't really speak up. They may not look because they grew up under that. It doesn't speak. It's not about. It's not about me pointing finger at your state. But what I'm saying is it's about their generation. And this man in Africa was the same way. When I asked very pointed questions about white people and why he was so. It was almost like he didn't really want to say. But then when I spoke to somebody 20, it's depending on who I was speaking to, they were very absolute. Oh yeah, we don't fuck with white people here. They don't fuck with us. Like, because I could see it, but it was almost like this driver. He didn't really want to say it.
But again, it reminded me of some Southern black folks who are very, very meek and mild mannered around white
And
people.
14. 10.
Poor king.
19.
Poor king. Girl, what we did. Well, wait, let me not go too fast. Let me stay right here. You still want to be right here?
A little bit.
Okay, go ahead. Poor king.
Let's get those bets in.
Yes, Sister Crime, 60 and up. It's kind of like that. It's like certain generations.
Great. That's like only 12 years ahead of us. Or
And
11.
that closes out the
Yeah,
bets.
But the thought.
Let's
Yeah,
begin.
and depending on where you grew up,
15.
you know what I'm saying? My mom dated this guy. He was from the Carolinas. I think he was older than my mom. But he was from like North Carolina, I think it was.
Another?
And he had all this motherfucking mouth. He talked a lot of shit. But whenever somebody, white, oh yes sir, how you doing sir? Like, my mother used to tell him, he said, yeah, you got all, she said, you got all that goddamn mouth man, but when you're out the goddamn white people, you can't say shit.
Your mom didn't say white.
13. Dealer
Mom
wins.
didn't say.
She may have said crap. She may have said
That's what she said.
She may have said
I know what she said.
She may have said
I know what she said. Because the way, because the bitch we all the way through that thing.
Bets are closed.
Right. She said, you don't know about crap.
you ain't got nothing to say.
That was she said.
Got 5.
That was she said.
Right, you running your goddamn mouth around here. But you ain't got all that goddamn mouth with the fries. With the fries.
That's what she said.
15. Would you like another
We don't
card?
sugarcoat over here, bro.
We don't.
Showing 16.
We don't.
Everybody's choosing here. We're choosing us.
That's right. And we've already said there's a distinction between white folks and black people.
Yeah.
And the
Just like
dealer
there's a
wins this
distinction
one.
between black people and niggers. Black people and color. That's
Bets,
right.
please.
Oh, and you know what? That was
And that
another
closes out
conversation.
the bets.
You know the girl
Let's
Tyler.
begin.
Maybe when maybe the
Showing
people,
a 3.
the people in the United States
Card.
didn't know about her second album because remember she went over to the
13.
Breakfast Club
Would you like
and
another
they
card?
asked her because she looks
And
racially
17.
ambiguous. And they were like, "Well, are you black?" Or da, da, da. She said, "Oh, I'm colored."
10.
I had a
14.
whole conversation in
The
Africa
dealer
about it
has bust.
because they do have a separate category. It's colored. They got mixed race. They got black. They thought that I was colored. They told me I was colored.
Bitch, you got the color situation.
Colored is next to white.
They had us thought this was a colored woman.
Sitting at 15.
Showing 11. I said, no, I'm American. I'm black. No, that colored woman came over here trying to take up all they good. They thought I was colored.
They thought I was
Showing
colored.
19.
And so,
Dealer
yeah, she was
wins.
from South Africa. So when she came to our country and sat on
Time for
our
bets, please.
radio show and said I'm colored, she wasn't trying to denounce her blackness. That's just how they categorize.
Because again, they don't have to identify as black
Would you like
Right
another
there.
card?
Right.
They don't have to identify. Here, being black.
There's 20. And the
It
dealer
is.
wins this one.
And so a lot of black Americans were offended because she said she's
Bets,
colored.
please.
And so she has some black in her, but she has some
Let's
other,
begin.
she has like Indian, she has a few different things. And so, but that's the beauty of travel too.
Another?
Like when you travel, you kind of understand that there are different, people operate differently around the world. And one of the things that I took away from going to Africa is we are black. Black people are the same everywhere around this country, around this world. We are black people are the same. Like when we were driving through like the shanty towns where the people were living in like metal shacks. Then people were sitting outside, they were cooking outside, they were playing music. Like that's black people. That's what we do. And I also realized that white people's evil is the same around the world.
Sitting at 18.
Well, I mean, we did Mad Mob. We did travel to Spain.
Would you like another card?
We did travel to Europe. Oh,
Yeah, I remember that.
we were in Europe. And while we were there in Europe, in Barcelona, we could not get a cab.
Really?
We could not get a cab in Barcelona. We were almost outside. I thought we were going to make it back
Bets
to our
are
hotel.
closed. Good luck.
We could not get a cab. We actually went and we took all of our photographs down off while we were there.
Yeah.
10.
To make sure that no one thought that we were black. Because I was like, well, maybe, I kept saying, well, maybe,
There's 20.
maybe it's, because then it's not, then we're not just black, we're black American.
Right. That's what I'm
Bets,
saying.
please.
There is a
And that closes out the
horrible
bets. Let's begin.
perception of black Americans around the world.
Well, it's also television propaganda.
Going back to what we were saying a moment ago. When these
Dealer
crackers
wins.
manipulate media, they get to determine how we are viewed around the world.
They get to determine what images of us go around the world.
And 2.
And then this French girl wanted to treat us so nasty. Remember when we was over there, when we was at the, when we went to the south of France? Yeah. Oh, they're really good. Yeah. This was a black girl. Yeah. A color. Yeah, a color woman. Yeah. She treated us nasty about our asking for ice. And I was like, Miss Thing, let me explain something to you. You've never met an American like me, girl.
Time for bets, please.
This thing, I was idiot. Yeah. Verbally. I will verbally tell you, bitch. Bitch, I would sit over here at this motherfucking table and ring my neck around like this bitch and skinning you verbally, girl. You may not know a lick of the fucking English that I'm saying, but bitch, you'll know that I'm skinning you alive. Okay. It's crazy though. Bitch, I swung around and been like, bitch, you are girl, murder. I really got it.
Bets, please.
But they love us.
Good luck.
I was tearing her up. Mo was over there like, oh my God. Bitch, I was tearing her up. I was swinging my neck like, girl, Miss Thing.
And 6.
You're not about to give us this, girl, and you're black too, girl.
That's over 21.
You're not about to do this.
16. And the dealer wins this one.
That's really what it stems from. I was like, girl, Miss Thing, I'm telling you, girl, the skin that you have on you, you'll never see it again when I'm finished. Girl, I was rolling my neck around. Yeah. It was hot, girl. The bitch kept bringing us, she kept asking them for ice. Bitch, it was so hot, we was sitting under the fucking tent.
Card.
I don't know what I was loud at first, and I seen the picture do say right. I sent it to your phone.
Dealer wins.
I sent it to you.
I got it. Already got it in there.
I cut the
Time for bets,
motherfucking the line off, because I didn't want y'all to see me tearing into that late line. I didn't want y'all to see me tearing into that French colored woman.
Would you like another card?
But I turned it off. I was like, bro, Mama, I don't know, bitch. I don't know if you understand English.
And
I don't know if you know Spanish, bitch, or whatever it is that you know, girl. I don't know what you know, but I want you to know this. Bitch, I will peel the skin off. Bitch, you are a great bitch, and I will peel you like a great lady. In English.
There's 20.
In American English, bitch. In colored English.
14. And first goes the
Molly
dealer.
was trying to escape.
We're trying to get back on that bus.
They were trying to escape, get back on the because I was
Let's get
murder.
those
I was
bets in.
thinking, I was in there.
And that closes out the bets. Let's begin.
She kept coming by there and she got
16.
she had like this really nasty
11.
money. We could not figure out the attitude.
And blackjack. And the dealer
We
wins this
couldn't
one.
figure the attitude out. It was just like, you know how color purple, they're like, yeah, you go back up again.
Time for bets, please. Lucky 7.
Hey,
Showing 12.
you know, because even like in Africa,
Would
like,
you like another card?
But I wasn't surprised about Barcelona though. I wasn't surprised.
That's
listen,
12.
I was like, well, Mo Africa.
Showing
They
18.
from here, because you know those Africans really be over there in, So I was like, well, Mo, go over there and get us, over there and get us a cab.
Bets are closed. Good luck.
Go over there and get us a cab. You know, they pulled up on the side of Mo
10.
and looked down there, and then they looked back. They saw us. They like, no God. Because we definitely stand out. They know that we're not African, or they know we're not, you know, from whatever country. You know, but Craig, it happened in Barcelona. Right. It happened in, where was it happened in Barcelona? It happened in France. We was in France too. Yeah. It happened in South of France though. Yeah. So it happened, that's where the most racism. It happened there. It happened in Barcelona, and it happened in, did we get that in Italy? No, we didn't get that in Italy. Italy and Ibiza was cool. Ibiza was okay.
Time for bets, please.
It was okay. But Barcelona, when I got in the car and I started talking to that man in Spanish,
And 2.
and he was like, he spit around like that, he was like, I was like, yes.
Showing 6.
I want you to know, yes. I may not be fluent, right, but I know enough. I know enough to flush you in the head one of these kids, bitch, to me. That part. Okay.
Bets, please.
I know that. Yeah, but Craig, have you ever been to Barcelona? No, I haven't been to Spain.
Showing 11.
I've not been to Spain yet.
That's 4.
Girl,
Card.
that food.
There's
Was it good?
17. Would you like another card?
She didn't eat us.
It wasn't good.
The bitch, the food in Africa was amazing.
Showing 19.
Really?
And the dealer
Did you
wins
have
this
food?
one.
No, I didn't have any food.
You didn't have any.
But bitch, the food was good.
Did you have any jollof?
Every place has
I did have jollof.
10.
You had. Oh, you did have
I
jollof.
did have jollof.
So it's
The first night that I got to Cape Town,
Showing 9.
So you can tell me you had jollof and no food.
they may have had food.
Why
Why?
would they have jollof and no food?
They may have had food. I didn't have food.
Is it here?
No, I don't have anything against it.
You know it's pounded.
5.
really mad.
That's
Oh,
12.
what happened? I can't hear what you.
10.
Oh, you said something.
I had like a porridge that was made out of yams.
Oh, what you said?
And 17.
You heard me.
Would you like another card?
What did you say?
Showing
I
12.
couldn't hear you.
What did you say?
You couldn't hear me?
No.
I said, I was like, really? So that's the only food you know is
Bets, please.
in jollof rice?
Bets are closed. Good luck.
Did they have jollof? You had jollof?
I had jollof.
Oh yeah, that's right. Did they have jollof?
Another?
Okay.
It was good. It was cheap.
Showing
And
16.
girl, listen, Craig had ran them down. Craig said, you know, we go over there with $10,000 for the movie.
And the dealer wins this one.
Bitch,
I said, Craig, I'm gonna go withdraw $10,000 from her and give them the next plane.
bitch, you think we rich here, bitch?
Let's get those bets in.
We filthy.
And
Bitch, I had devastated this store.
Let's begin.
Bitch, I had went to this store and I had bought.
That's
Let me
one.
say that I bought so much. I had to buy 2 bags to bring my shit up. I bought lamps for the house. I bought 3 lamps. I bought these earrings. I bought.
That's a
Bitch,
bust.
I bought a lamp for my
That's
kitchen.
20. Dealer
I bought
wins.
drinking glasses. I bought so much shit in Africa. And so when I was in the store, the people like, sir, come over here. You know, of course, I'm walking through these diamonds and shit going.
Bets
I
are
didn't know what it
closed.
was.
Good luck.
Oh, they knew. Oh, because the people were like, sir, like,
There's 20.
we had like, there was like
Showing
a
a
driver
three.
that we had. And he
Would
said,
you like
oh,
another
you had a
card?
driver now? They were like, be careful, like,
Showing
yes.
16.
You're considered poor if you make less than $1,500 a month. If you make between $1,500 and $3,000, you're low.
Bets, please.
If you make between $3,000 and $4,500,
Let's begin.
you're stably paid. Between $4,500 and $6,000, you're what we call middle class. Between $6,000 and $9,000, you're comfortable. From $9,000 to $12,000, you're upper middle class. From $12,000 to $25,000, we can call you wealthy. From $25,000 to $80,000 a month, you're officially rich. Between $1 million and $2 million a year, you're a millionaire. Between $2 million and $30 million a year, you're a multimillionaire. From $30 million to $1 billion, you're ultra rich. Between $1 and $2 billion, you're a billionaire. And if you have more than $2 billion, you're a multi-billionaire. And now you tell me in the comments, which one are you?
Time for bets, please. And that closes out the bets. Let's begin.
Bitch, I transferred it to Rand. Yeah.
13.
Yeah.
10.
Yeah, really? Oh, I'm telling you, like,
Card.
oh.
Sitting at 15. Would you like another card?
There was
Another?
Hey, Alexa,
Showing
what is
16.
15,000 rands in American dollars?
Showing 19. Would you like another card?
Wait, no, Alexa.
Showing 12.
What is 15,000
Sitting at 18.
American dollars? No,
Bets,
Alexa,
please.
what is
Bets are closed.
$15,000
Good luck.
in rand?
Lucky 13. And 6. Another? That's over 21. 15. And the dealer wins this one.
Let me say something to you. They had these houses.
Let's get those bets in.
That on
You'll do better next time.
Have you stopped by the casino store and seen the latest fashions? Or life is ephemeral without much meaning, except for consumption, which always makes
Don't let this happen. Don't let this happen. My advice to you is go with the dollar.
My question is, where they would be there with you today, where they would help you there.
Go bitch out of this.
Really? What did the shit your point down?
But my thing is like, go to what is $2 million in African?
Not your first time, I think.
Yeah.
Good luck.
But and then it's like eat and then like for example premium drinks. Like you know, like you get your premium liquor like Belvedere or whatever tequila you might drink or whatever. Them shit is like $5. You know, here in Atlanta, drinks be like $15.
All right, going to be and for real. Clearly, I need to go to bed.
Land win that part. Somebody invited me to the South African Music Awards, which is like their Grammys. That shit was great. It was fun. I appreciate the invitation. It was. Did you wear Nancy's motherfucking pantsuit, girl? Bitch, you know I don't play with. Girl, I know you play with girl. If you been popping out on FaceTime with you a Nancy pantsuit, girl. When I thought I saw Miranda Priestley across the street, bitch. When I said the devil wears nada, bitch. Yes, ma'am. But no, but like go. Okay. Y'all have a great night. I will see y'all later. Yeah, later. Have a great weekend. Have fun. Be safe. I will see y'all later. Good night.